Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. 4 years ago, wow, can you believe it's been 4 years since I got this Scarlett interface? And I don't think they sell them brand spanking new anymore, but there is one on Gear Hunter on the Long McQuaid for like 149 bucks. They're normally 289 bucks. They're not cheap, at least this model. They do have a ton load of models though that are still currently up for sale, of course, obviously. At various price ranges from like, I don't know, 100 bucks and up kind of thing. I really have been enjoying this interface. Best part about it, no drivers required for the Mac. I had a Steinberg originally. It was actually the first USB interface I bought. And of course, I've always run a mixer with my interface because, well, I got too much junk to plug in, but I also want life a little differently. So with that being said, nothing's plugged into it. Why? Because I got rid of my 10-channel mixer on trade-in toward a new mixer from Long McQuaid. And if that shows up tomorrow, then I'll be picking it up Friday. And if I'm still functional, if I can get some sleep between now and then probably Friday or Saturday, we'll shoot you guys a video showing off the new mixer at least. And then you'll see stuff plugged into this thing. But in the meantime, yeah, I can't do any recording right now because, yeah, I'm kind of out. Don't even have my mixer here because it's already been used for trade-in. So this thing has been fantabulous for me. It is super, super clean, whether you plug a mixer in with it or not. Loaded with a lot of nice features. Obviously, you can see there are a lot of buttons to push and turn. The link for this thing so you can read all the specs and info on it will be in the description below, by the way. Do check that out because, like I said, you can still get this for sure used. You may find new old stock somewhere. I don't know where you live, and so you'll have to figure that one out. But this is just one of many models by Focusrite. But anyways, that Steinberger I had, it used drivers on the Mac side. And, well, you know how things go when, big OS updates happen where they revamp it. It took it offline. And Steinberg, aka Yamaha, who owns Steinberg, they had no idea when they'd be getting the driver issue problem fixed. And it's like, well, I can't be out. I'm a freaking YouTuber, man. Plus I got a studio to run, so yeah. So I called up Long McQuaid, told them my problem. They said, come on down, we'll fix you. And I'm like, okay, yeah, they fixed me up all right. A little more expensive unit, but I gotta tell you, you don't need drivers for it. It's a nicer, sexier looking unit too, and I'm not a real fussy person when it comes to red, but it does have black on it, so I'm happy either way. But I've had absolutely no problems whatsoever. It is way better than the Steinberg unit by far. And of course, no drivers required. Mac OS finds it. It's like instantaneously. Yeah, you got a Scarlett interface? Oh, okay, it's this model? Cool, here you go, have fun. And I'm like, perfect. And 4 years of bliss has been awesome. It's well worth the money. Okay, you kind of get what you pay for a lot of times too. Okay, I gotta tell you. Sometimes you can spend less and get really good too. I mean, I think I paid like under 300 bucks for that 10-channel mixer, and the new ones cost me a heck of a lot more. But even for the 10-channel mixer I had, I mean, it was fantastic. It served itself very well over the last few years. But because of the new gear I've bought recently, yeah, I kind of need a new mixer just because of how I need to run things in here. The biggest thing was no mute control on the old mixer, so the new one has that. And yeah, it's a Yamaha too. I love Yamaha stuff. They're great. Anyways, so with this, the only problem I've actually run into this was with the original factory USB cable. And but I think part of that was my fault because I do move stuff around a lot in this room. Like I will try anything to shift something to create space or maybe take up a bit more space. You never know. Right now I increased my space an extra 6 inches of less today, trying to do a different kind of a setup with my new mic, and it's like, that ain't gonna work. So now it's like, yeah, but now I get full access to my closet again. I think I can deal with a little bit less space again. It works. But the cable went bad on me, and so I'm like, well, it's probably mostly my fault anyhow. But they are cheap cables no matter what anyways. It doesn't matter what brand of interface you buy, they give you cheap cables. It's just the way it is. So I got a more expensive, heavier duty cable on it with also thicker wires inside too, which gives a lot more lifespan and a lot cleaner, I think, than the original. But it's kind of really hard to tell without doing a side-by-side test, and it's too late. The cable's dead. So I can't really attest either way if it was just as good or what. But at least the heavier duty cable I'll never have an issue with, so it doesn't matter. But overall, fantastic unit. Highly recommend it. Or any Scarlett interface for that matter, as long as it meets your requirements. Just be aware that anything you do with one of these interfaces, if you need any kind of EQing, you only have two options. You hook a mixer in to this thing, to the front connections, or you do all your stuff after you're recording and you EQ your voice and all that other jazz. It's kind of up to you, but that means extra software you're gonna have to learn how to use, or not learn the extra software. It's kind of your choice. You're still gonna have a few trial runs if you're gonna put a mixer on till you get your EQing just the way you need it, but it's worth the hassle in that case. But if you are gonna record into some kind of a DAW, then you can go direct in and then just do your EQing and all that other stuff later. It's not a big deal. Anyways, so that's pretty much, I think, wraps this as far as an update goes. I give this thing a really good glowing 4.5 out of 5. I love to give it more, but you know, I can't really honestly do that because it just doesn't make sense to do, hey, look, it's 5 stars all the way, perfect. It's not, nothing's perfect. And besides, I kind of am digging the cable too. So it's not perfect, and I find that the cable was a little cheap. Even though it did last me about a year or two, it was still kind of a cheap cable they supplied with it. But the main unit, freaking thing's a tank. You know, it is just absolutely beautiful and very clean. You know, I mean, that's the thing. And, you know, I buy quality other equipment to plug in too. So, you know, I'm not a cheapskate. Not when it comes to recording my music, I'm not. And okay, I admit, I did try to cheap out on some Mackie monitors, and they did kind of suck, I guess, in the end for trying to do my mix right. So I did move up to some M audios, and I've had other reference monitors, and some of them were better than M audio, but the M audios are working, and besides, at least they fit on my desk, right? You know, and they work really, really good. But otherwise, that's about it. Check the link in the description box below. If you want a full manual on this thing, you can download the manual for free on any of their stuff. Okay, so browse along McQuaid for this one, because that's where the main link will be. Search for the Focusrite interface on their search engine, and you'll find a lot of Focusrite Scarlett interface choices for you, to meet any need you may have. And if you're looking at mixing boards, one of the brands I would definitely and highly recommend, if you want to put out a little extra dough, would be Yamaha. If you want to go on the little cheaper side to hook a mixer in with this thing, then you know, you could take a look at the Art Series ones. They're really good. No problems there. Just be aware they are very basic for $109. Okay. But if you need more, well, that's what you spend more to get more, okay? It's all on how you want to do things in the end. But in the meantime, do stay tuned to the channel, though, because even though my new mixer is supposed to be in tomorrow, hopefully it is, and if it is, you will likely see it by Friday night or Saturday, one of the two. And then, of course, I did also put something else aside today, which we'll get to sometime this weekend. And that item, of course, is just a rental because I'm not sure if I want to pony up that kind of dough yet. I got to figure stuff out too mathematically for financing. So yeah, we're going to rent something else, but it'll be very interesting. And you'll find it very interesting too, especially if you're a musician. Anyway, that's it. That's all. Any questions, go in the comments below. Links are in the description. Oh yeah, if you're not subscribed, come on, please subscribe and click that bell for notifications. and you'll get up to date on all my new videos. Otherwise, in the meantime, I got over 4,000 videos that you can fly through. Have fun with that in the meantime too, and we'll see you in the next one. Ciao.